Just going to show you this binding here. Turn this over here. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Now you can see the binding here. I don't know how good this camera is going to be. My camera stuff's not the best. I hope you guys can see this. But the binding's real high right here. This has to be sanded down. And I had to glue the ends here. They were starting to lift off the end here. So I'm just going to sand this down with 400. And then we'll see what we get. I'm going to start staining it and experiment and see what we can do. So you can use this as 400 grit sandpaper. Okay. This is a carborundum paper. This is actually automotive sandpaper. It's really good stuff though. So you can use that, or you can just go to your local Home Depot and pick up something. You can use blocks. This is like a 3M rubber block here. You can use that. I wouldn't use that on the body though here on the top. There's too many curves. You're going to have to do that by hand. And there's another little block here. This is like a Grip It from 3M. There's also another block. It looks similar to this, a little thinner, and it's really flexible. It would work, but I actually can't find mine right now. So I'm just going to do it by hand. You know, you just don't want to get too carried away with this. But this is actually almost ready to do some staining as it is, but just want to make sure that there's no dents, scratches, nicks, and all that kind of stuff in here. I don't know how good you guys can see this or not, but and it's coming along. Like I say, you got to be careful. You might only have the thickness of 2 sheets of paper here of veneer on top of here. It does have a real nice flame on here though. This should turn out really good. There we go. That's not too bad. I mean, I'm used to sanding. I know how to do a lot. I've done a lot of refinishing, lots of refinishing, so I'm kind of used to how to use my hand to sand here. You don't want to just use your fingers like this. Just going to make grooves. You want to kind of have even pressure on your fingers onto the sandpaper. And don't go this way. Go a little bit at an angle with your hand. Now you can use a machine or an orbital sander for this, but I don't know if I'd risk it. It's too thin. Way too thin. So more control with your hand, and then don't have to worry about going through the veneer. And then making, like, if you're not used to using an orbital or whatever, you're going to end up damaging the veneer too. So you don't want to be doing that. You just kind of go around. Make sure the binding is not sticking up here anywhere. The binding is pretty thin, so might be a bit of a pain in the ass to scrape it later. see if there's any other kits out there that have a little bit thicker binding on them. So I'm just going around, I'm going to make sure that everything is sanded with 400 and I don't feel any imperfections. And then I'm going to go with the grain after, this way. Go with the this tiger stripe. You don't want to see any scratches opposing going a different direction. You're going to see them in the finish. You always want to finish sanding with the grain. I'll just sand this down a bit here. Yeah, see this binding, actually I'm using 400 and the binding is actually sanding down pretty easy. And there's a little bit of glue here too. Yeah, make sure there's no glue or anything else, because it's when you put your stain on here, it's not gonna stain. All you're gonna see is a blotch of, you're gonna have blotches there where it just doesn't want to go penetrate the wood. And what do we got here? It needs a little more. And the kit seems like it's not too bad. The neck needs a little bit of work. The headstock has some imperfections. But like I say, what do you get for 200 bucks? Okay, so this is, I should have maybe used like some, maybe 320 on the binding here. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. That's coming. Good project to do while we're in this COVID crap. I already fitted the neck in here. It actually fits really nice. There's no gaps or anything anywhere, which is good. There we go. Yeah, she's coming now. Now I'll show you what I'm using to do my staining and finishing and stuff a little bit later. It's a little bit hard to get some supplies right now with this COVID stuff. A lot of people are closed and can't really ship much in a lot of places right now, so I'm kind of limited to what I have here, kind of locally. Alright, so that looks really good there. Looking good, looking good. That would suck if there was a dent on here, because you wouldn't really be able to fix it. You'd be kind of stuck with it. But if you have any imperfections here, kind of close to the edge of the body, you can always, you know, when you're doing your when you're doing the burst here, it can, you know, you can darken it up a lot, right? So you don't see the imperfections. It'll become basically a solid color right on the edge. When I am using a nitrocellulose lacquer on here, so a lot of times I use automotive finishes, but Some people don't like those, but they do. They are more durable. They're more durable, and you can, over time, you can sand them and polish them again, right? Okay, that looks really good. Looks really good. Good. So now I'm just going to go with the grain. Oh yeah. That looks good, that looks good. Yeah, if you actually ended up getting one with a kind of a ding here that you couldn't fix, you'd probably have to send it back to wherever you got it from. And I may upgrade some of the components maybe later, but we'll see how this turns out first. I'll show you guys some of the other ones that I've done. Not kits, but some of the guitars that I've restored or refinished. They're pretty cool. Like I say, it might be better to try something on something like that. Take it apart. Maybe do some mods to it and have a better understanding. Because especially on the Les Paul, these are a little more difficult when it comes to doing wiring and stuff like that too, right? Probably the easiest one to do would be like a Strat. The wiring's pretty simple on a Strat. So anyways, it looks like this is I can kind of see here